everyone, Ashlyn here with Minister for Happiness, and welcome to this week's story time. As always, I'd like to start by saying well done for giving yourself the time and space to listen to this story and to take this week's lesson into your life. I would always ask everyone to like and share this story because you never know who it might affect positively this week, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already so you can get the stories every week. So this week's story, like every week, has many lessons to teach us, but I'm going to start with the basic ones. Firstly, I'll tell you the story and then I'll give you my insight into the lessons we can take into the week ahead. But as always, you have to take what is right and what sits and resonates with you. Whatever jumps up in you as a lesson is what's right for you. There is a Zen teaching, a story of a student who comes to his master and tells him, "Master, I'm getting really bored of just feeling my breath coming in and out of my body. Don't you have a meditation that's a little bit more exciting for me, maybe a bit more advanced and exciting?" The Zen master replied, "Yes, I think you are ready for a more advanced, exciting teaching. Follow me this way." So the master led his student into a courtyard and walked up to a barrel of water. He said to the student, "Gaze into the barrel of water." As the student leaned forward to gaze into the barrel of water, the master forced the student's head into the water. Now the student was quite young, agile and strong, and he struggled, but the master was also quite strong, and he held his head there for quite a while. Finally, the master let the student come up for air. The student lifted out of the water and gasped, and the master said to him, "So, is that breath exciting enough for you?" The breath is one of those things in life that we take for granted until we struggle to breathe. Then it becomes the most important thing. Like many things in life, and I think this week's life lesson that can be taken from this story is that sometimes it's when we lose what we don't have value on at any given moment that we start to want it back and appreciate it and realize how important it was. And breath is probably one of the most important things, because without it we cannot live. It's invaluable. We can live for a long time without food, we can live for quite a while without water, but we can only live for, a very short period of time without breathing. The average person can only hold their breath for 30 to 40 seconds. Unless, of course, you're a free diver and you go underwater. I think the Guinness record for that is maybe 26 minutes or something. I'm not encouraging anyone to do that, by the way. But it just goes to show how important our breath is. We can live for a very short period of time without it. Yet we take it for granted. We don't realize the power it has to connect us to the present moment. And that at times when we feel overwhelmed or we feel we could react to a situation, just taking a few deep cleansing breaths can help calm our nervous system, can help bring us into the present moment, can help to ground us, to bring us from that fight or flight mode, our sympathetic nervous system, into our parasympathetic nervous system, rest and restore. So breath is essential. For thousands of years, priestesses, goddesses, sages, gurus, the wisest men and women knew that and observed that all living things tended to breathe, and non-living things didn't. They were wise enough to see that breath was essential to life. And when you think about it, when it comes to breath, we breathe in about 24,000 breaths a day. We exchange about 10,000 gallons of oxygen. But this is our autonomic immune system working. It happens without us having to think about it, because if we did have to think about it, we'd get nothing else done. So it's really an incredible thing. And those wise people who observed breath, and many scriptures from Hindu scriptures to the Bible and so on, philosophical and religious books all point out the importance of breath. In fact, the word spirit comes from the Latin root of the word spiratus, which literally translated means of the breath. So if it's been something that's been focused on as vitally important, and the word spirit comes from it, even in a non-religious way, it doesn't matter what you believe, what God you believe in, or what you believe, life, connection, energy, whatever, it doesn't matter, genuinely. We all have to breathe. So the importance that is put on breath, it's obvious. We cannot live without it. So whatever way you want to look at it, life, breath is life. And when we are struggling for it, that is when we need it the most. But don't wait until you're struggling to appreciate it and to realize the power in it. And I think this lesson can apply to our health, to our happiness, to our loved ones, to the things we have now that we can value and appreciate and have gratitude for. Your home, your health, your family's health, the happiness of your loved ones, your children, the gratitude for whatever income you have right now or whatever things you have in your life right now. I know there are things that we're all struggling with, but the things that we do have that we can value right now is the time to appreciate them and value them and realize the power of being grateful and appreciating things that we have. Don't wait till it's a struggle to appreciate it, just like the breath. So lots of interpretation there this week. I hope you enjoyed the story. It's a very old Zen fable, but I think again, many lessons can come from it, and I hope that whatever you needed today, you got from this story and from this insight. Until next week, as always, have the most wonderful weekend. Happy Sunday, or if you're watching this on another day, happy whatever day it is. Please like and share this story and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until next Sunday, have the most wonderful weekend. Stay healthy and most importantly, stay happy.